I'm Debbie Peterson from Seattle, Washington. I used to live in Minnesota, and there are two stories of living there that I want to share. Back when I was living in Minneapolis, my roommate had a sister who lived in Ely. I had heard so much about the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, the BWCA, and was curious to find out more. When my roommate invited me to head north for the weekend, I jumped at the chance, especially after hearing how beautiful the area was. We left after work and drove north to Ely. The hills, the forests were just beautiful. We had to drive on this bumpy road out to the sister's cabin. She worked as something like a forest ranger or for a national park. I just remember her wearing something like a park ranger's uniform. Well, once we had bounced our way to the cabin, I met her sister, who signed very well. The cabin itself was very quaint. Living room, a bed, a wood stove, and a sink. I loved taking it all in. Then we went outside to talk, and the mosquitoes were absolutely eating me alive, even though they didn't seem to bother the other two. I don't know if it was my white skin or if I'd just eaten too much candy, but whatever it was, they were coming after me. It was excruciating. The sister gave me a head net that I could use to fend them off, and finally we went inside for the night. The next morning, we planned to go canoeing. I was excited for that. I had on long pants, long sleeves, and a head net to protect myself from the mosquitoes. Only my hands were vulnerable, but that was no big deal. And as I was sleeping that night, I felt something on my chest. I looked and saw a tick crawling up towards my face. I flicked it off of me, but I just couldn't shake the feeling of it. Creepy, crawly things like that just really, really get to me. I also had to go to the bathroom, and the cabin had an outhouse. So I got out of bed, and I made my way outside. And when I pulled my pants to sit down, I was attacked by the mosquitoes. In my mind's eye, I envisioned a squadron of mosquitoes called into formation with the blaring of the horn, with helmets, goggles firmly in place, flying off on their mission. And as I pulled down my pants, I could imagine my white butt with a huge bullseye on it that they attacked with perfect accuracy. I went to the bathroom as fast as I could, pulled up my pants, swatting mosquitoes all the while, and I rushed back to the cabin with my backside, so itchy. And the sister couldn't believe how affected I was by the mosquitoes, but that's how it was. Finally, it was time to go canoeing. I helped carry the canoe down to the lake. The mosquitoes were trying to get through my head net, but they couldn't. And I got all these bites on my hands as I was trying to swat them away, and we finally got out of the water and away from all of them, and it was a beautiful day for canoeing. And when we came back, the mosquitoes were after me again. In heading back to Minneapolis, I thought of the beauty of Ely and the BWCA, but it's the mosquitoes I'll never forget.